The objective of this lesson is to be able to describe the relative size of pounds and ounces and solve problems requiring conversions from pounds to ounces. Before presenting your child with a problem to solve, you will want to give them hands-on experience with pounds and ounces. Begin by finding an object that weighs about 1 pound. A package of 4 cubes of butter is 1 pound. Have your child feel the weight of the 1 pound object and then search for other objects around the house that are close to 1 pound. Next, give your child experience with ounces. Find objects that would be about 1 ounce. For example, a slice of bread is close to 1 ounce. Have your child find other objects of a similar weight. Also, help them connect the idea that 16 of these ounce items would be the same as 1 pound. Having this hands-on experience with pounds and ounces will give your child a better foundation for reasoning through problems and determining if an answer makes sense. Let's look at the following problem. Andrea bought 12 pounds of apples to make mini apple tarts. The recipe calls for 6 ounces of apples for each tart. How many tarts can she make? We are trying to find out how many tarts she can make with the apples she has. So let's write an answer statement to remind us what we are solving for. Andrea can make how many tarts? The problem talks about 6 ounces of apples for each tart, but gives the weight of all the apples in pounds. We need to convert the pounds into ounces to solve this problem. So, if there are 16 ounces in 1 pound, how many ounces would there be in 12 pounds? Let's draw a model. This box represents 1 pound of apples, so we will label it 1 pound. LB is the abbreviation for pound. We will draw 12 boxes to represent the 12 pounds of apples. Since 1 pound is the same as 16 ounces, we can also label each box as 16 ounces. Ounces is abbreviated OZ. We can see that there are 16 ounces 12 times, so this would be 12 times 16. Using what we learned in our multiplication unit, we will solve this with the distributive property. Understanding that 16 has 1 10 and 6 ones, it is the same as 10 plus 6. We need to multiply both the 10 and the 6 by 12 to find the product. So, 12 times 10 is 120, and 12 times 6 is 72. When we add those numbers together, the total is 192. So 12 pounds is equal to 192 ounces. Is this the answer to our problem? Let's look back at our original answer statement. Andrea can make how many tarts? Can she make 192 tarts with 12 pounds of apples? As you can see, that doesn't make sense. 192 is the number of ounces in 12 pounds, not the number of tarts. Converting pounds to ounces was the first step in our problem. Now we need to figure out how many 6-ounce tarts can be made from 192 ounces of apples. 6 times the number of tarts equals 192. Let's use the open array model to solve this. Draw a rectangle and label the sides 6. We need to find out 6 times how many tarts will be 192. Let's see. 6 times 30 would be 180. This is like saying, if Andrea makes 30 tarts, she will use 180 ounces of apples. So let's subtract 180 from 192 to see how many ounces of apples would be left to make tarts with. There are 12 ounces left. How many 6-ounce tarts can she make with the remaining 12 ounces? Well, 6 times 2 is 12. So if she made 2 more tarts, she would use the remaining 12 ounces, and there would not be any leftover apples. Across the top of the rectangle, we can see how many tarts she made by looking at our model. If she made 30 tarts and 2 tarts, that means that she made a total of 32 tarts. To complete our answer statement, Andrea made 32 tarts. Give your child experience solving a variety of problems that involve converting pounds to ounces. Encourage them to use models, pictures, and tables to help them understand the problem and solve it. The objective for this lesson was to describe the relative size of pounds and ounces and solve problems requiring conversions from pounds to ounces. We met this objective by solving a multi-step problem using a model and multiplication strategies.